Cause, let's see. All right, we're on page 330.
Yeah. Yeah. 330.
You videotape it?
Yeah, just me though.
Can I go on the road?
No, we're good. Everybody's good where they're at. Everybody's good where they're at. We don't need to get any closer. I'm gonna walk around. So, I'm gonna talk nice and loud. Okay. All right. All right. So follow along as I read. And I'm gonna ask some questions.
What?
Mr. G.
Yes.
Tariqi sticking his tongue at me. Stop.
All right. So everybody's on page 330, right?
Yeah.
It says the Codus of the Sonorian Desert. Follow along with your finger as I read. I'm going to be answering some questions that I expect everyone to have the answer to. Coatis are animals that live in the desert. They look like raccoons and are about as big as cats. They have long tails that help them balance as they climb. The coatis like to eat plants and insects. They use their claws to dig for small animals that may live in the underground in a burrow. Some coyotes eat while hanging from trees. Now there's a word in there. It starts with a B. It's burrow. By a show of hands, I will call on you. What do you think burrow means? Yes, you.
A burrow means like something that you was up in.
Not quite. Jalen. A home. It's where you live. We've mentioned that the coatis live in an underground burrow. So it lives like in an underground house that it made, right? Let's read on. Coatis live together. They do not wander beyond their group. Staying close together helps them hear warning calls when danger is near. Coatis spend hours taking lengthy rest in the shade. During the hot days, they need to stay cool. At night, they climb into trees to sleep. Now, there's other words you see in there. The first word is beyond. Show of hands. What does the word beyond mean, Tariq?
The word beyond.
Use context clues. They do not wander beyond their group. Give them a chance. They do not wander beyond their group. Yeah, they do not go out. They do not go further than their group. They stay with their group. And where they live at? In a desert. And where they live in? A burrow underground, right? I'm just staying close together helps them hear warning calls. Zaliyah, what's warning?
Warning is when they warn you about something.
Okay, you're right, but you can't use the word to describe the word. So give me some other input, give me some other feedback, what warning means. Zaliyah, I'm still with Zaliyah.
When somebody shouts to something come.
Well, a warning is kind of like when somebody shouts to make you aware of something that might happen bad, right? Like why are you talking while I'm talking? You need to hold on, finish, don't finish. So no, we used the bathroom at 9:30, and you were part of that group. Why are you even talking? I didn't even call you yet. So warning is letting it be aware of something happen. So let's say, oh, watch out, there's a snake on the ground. I'm warning you. It's a warning, right? There's another word. The coatis spend hours taking lengthy naps. What does lengthy mean? I don't need any extra commentary. You don't need to repeat the words I'm repeating. Okay, I will call on you, raising your hand. Abdullah, what does lengthy mean?
Big.
No. Not quite.
Long.
What?
Long.
So the coatis take long naps. Remember? We learned about antonyms of cinnamon. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. We learned about synonyms, right? For homework. And what are synonyms? Show of hands.
Is the opposite.
No. You're looking for something different. Close.
That's an antonym.
It's an antonym, but you need to raise your hand, right?
Synonym is something that's the same, but it has different meaning. They have the same meaning, but they're spelled differently.
Exactly. We learned about that yesterday when I helped you with your homework, correct? We learned about that yesterday. Let's go on. Fingers on the paper. You can see coatis at the Sonora Desert Museum in Arizona. The park has workers to help you. You may ask to use a ranger's binoculars to see far away. The binoculars will help you spot coatis in trees in the distant mountains. Why are you raising your hands? I didn't ask a question. Okay, what does distant mean? Who have it? Courtney. Do the context clues. Dave, sit up. Well, I'm waiting for Courtney, and then I'm calling somebody else. So you shaking, Harlem shaking your hand is not gonna work for me. You wanna hand it off to a friend? Hand it off to a friend. Pick somebody who's got their hand raised.
Hi.
Not quite. Hand it off again. Hand it off to a friend who has their hand raised.
Far away?
Exactly. Great job, Zelia. Far away means distant. So in a galaxy far, far away, it's in a distant galaxy. Far away. Okay, let's... Now, what is the author's purpose for writing this? Raising your hand. We're going to practice raising the hand thing. This is really important in life. Jalen. Why did the author write this paper? Write this book for us? Why did he write it?
So we could know as far as the...
Think about it. What is it right? What is it about? Look right here. You gotta look in the... It's a weird name. Want to hand it off to a friend? Try to call somebody who hasn't spoken right. It's not up to me, it's up to Jalen.
Arvo. It inspires us?
Inspires to do what? Well, there's no reason to laugh. No one's picking on you. No one's laughing. But I want to know why you think it's to inspire. Baron. Good. I'm still with you, Orville. You want to add it on? You want to hand it to a friend?
No, you already went.
Hand it off to whoever you want. Whoever has their hand. If you don't pick, I'm going to pick. Go ahead.
About the
The Coatis?
Yes.
What about them?
That.
It's about Coatis. They're trying to inform us, or they, right? They're trying to inform us, tell us little information about the tell you information. You listen?
Yeah.
I'll tell you everything you need to know.
About coyotes.
Exactly, about the Coatis. Okay. Can anybody tell me what a possessive noun is? You have to stop shouting out. Listen, if I'm speaking, you do not need to repeat what I'm saying. If you need to repeat it in your head. But don't repeat it out loud. You're disrupting my lesson, and you're disrupting the rest of the class. So, Lamont, raising your hand quietly. What's a possessive noun? Possessive. Possessive.
It means it's a sentence. It's a word that ends with ed.
No, not quite. You're close though. Let me, Abdullah.
He gonna get it. Wait,
You had the wrong answer, so now we'll on to somebody else. Not quite. Who's the teacher here? Me or you? You gotta switch it up.
A possessive noun shows ownership.
Thank you. Let's all applaud Marjorie. That was a great example. Can you give me an example of a possessive noun? Maybe the student's notebook, the police officer's badge, right? The apostrophe S shows ownership. Possessive. You own it, right? Now let's turn the page.
I can read in my
Okay. Baron, why are you shouting out?
Because.
So then move your seat. Because you seem to have a problem with everybody. So turn around. Turn around. You're facing him. Turn around. Look at me. Yeah. All right, listen. What's an adjective? You learn about possessive nouns. What's an adjective? Raising their hand. Zalia, Nijan.
Okay, I just adjective. Adjective is something that ends with the ed.
Not quite.
Oh.
Right. Stop shouting out. Now you got your name on the board. Continue. What's an adjective?
Adjective is something that describes a noun or pronoun.
Thank you. Give me an example. YS, that's 15. 15 minutes. If you shout out again, it's going to be half an hour. Because you're the only one that's shouting out. So, well, good. Now you know not to do it again. You're going to get extra 15 minutes. Now, I'm going on. Continue, please, Jemiah.
The girl has a pink jacket on.
Okay, so it describes the jacket, right? What's the adjective in that? Anyone raising their hand? Are you shouting out? You want your name on the board too? Okay, cool. Who has Destiny? You raising your hand? You want to hand it off now? You want to go alley-oop? Well, you got to quickly pick or I'm going to pick. Can't hold up my lesson.
The girl.
Not quite. Can you pass it off. Slow down. Sit down. Quiet voices. Pink. So we talked about the girl. We talked about the girl, and we talked about what does she own? A pink jacket. The adjective is pink, describing the noun. What's the noun in that sentence? The girl has a pink jacket. What's the noun? Well, actually, there's two nouns. Can I see some new hands? Felix, you know what the nouns are? Because if you don't raise your hand, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to call on you. So you can't hide. You can't run. You can't hide. So do you know what nouns? The nouns are. The girl has a pink jacket. What are the nouns in that sentence? Okay. What else? There's another one. Don't shout out.
Jacket.
Who just shouted out? What did we just talk about? Not shouting.
You had cold on you.
Did I? I don't remember.
No.
No, I didn't. Don't shout out anymore. But you're right though. The right answer. But he did it once. You did it 4 times. We're not getting into that anyway. So you're correct. It is jacket and it's girl. Person, place, or thing are nouns. What's a verb? Verdea. No. Give me an example of a verb. What is a verb? Describe a verb.
The girl went to the store.
Okay.
She went?
But describe a verb. What is verb? You know, nouns are person, place, or things. Adjectives. Listen, stop that. Now.
The girl had a umbrella.
Just keep your feet to yourself. Zaliyah, what's a verb? Think about what a verb. Listen. Before you start, a noun is a person, place, or thing, right? An adjective describes a noun. So what is a verb? Don't give me a sentence. Give me a description of what a verb is.
A verb is something that is.
Calm yourself. Hand it off if you don't.
Okay. Not John.
A verb is a word that tells what you're doing.
You're right, but give me a little more information. Like, you're right there, but I'm looking for a certain word, a certain phrase, you're missing a part of it.
A magazine.
I'm still not John. I'm still waiting on him.
A verb is action.
Thank you. Good. You believe in yourself. You're absolutely right. It's an action like running, jogging, horseback riding, skating. It's an action. Jumping.
Running.
You said running, but yes, running.
Thinking.
What? All right, listen. Control ourselves. Let's control ourselves. There's plenty of space on that board for pretty much everybody. So don't make me do it.
Do what?
Write everybody's name on the board. And for those who already have your name on the board, I'll give you more time. All right, let's look at page 336. No, I'm sorry. 332. 332. Oh yeah? Oh, we're gonna get to that. We'll get to that part. Okay, comprehension. Let me mention that. Read comprehension for me, Tyreek. Nice and loud. Everyone can hear you. Nice and loud, with your mouth up in the air so it projects and everyone can hear you. Genre. I'm gonna read it. Comprehension, genre, fiction. Fiction is made up of story that gives facts about a real topic. So, what is fiction? Ariel.
It is a real topic.
It's a story that may give facts about a real topic. So, for instance, we can talk about, let's see here, something that happened in real life. That can happen in real life, but it didn't. Okay? We can talking about like a snowstorm and it dumping 100 inches of snow on us.
Whoa!
Is that possible?
That is possible.
It is possible. It is possible. But will it happen?
Someday.
This is what I'm saying. Listen to the question. It can, but it probably won't. So it depends how cold it is, right? So that can be a fiction. So if I write a story about it snowing and 1,000 inches of snow fall on us, it's a possibility, but it's not. Yeah, but it's not gonna happen.
Can we die like that?
More than likely, probably. But let's not talk about that because it's a little
God
depressing.
forbid.
All right, I'm gonna continue to read. David, give me all these pencils. Give me all. No. Sit down. Sit down. Give me. Give me, David. Thank you, David. Follow along. All right, I'm gonna grab it. All right, let's follow along now. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read on page 334.
Find the word.
Can you close that now? No. So you know what? I'm gonna read it, and then you're gonna read it again. That's good. All you just close it. Then you're gonna answer some questions. All right?
Yes.
Follow along with me.
Wait.
334. I'm gonna wait 10 more seconds. Shh. Don't do that again.
Find the
That's a
word.
distraction. You're disturbing the class.
I'm good.
Okay.
Be quiet there.
334. Deep in the desert, under the sand, the spade-foot toad waits. She waits for the sound of rain. Skitter, skitter, scratch. She hears soft sounds. Is this the rain at last? No, it's the scorpion overhead, crawling slowly past. Skitter, scratch. By a show of hands, can anybody tell me what the climate is in the desert?
What is a climate?
Well, let's find out. Tariq. What's climate? For instance, what's climate? What's climate?
Climbing.
Let him finish.
Climate.
Climate.
Climate is somewhere that is hot and dry.
That's the desert.